You see, going to plan B after our original plan has been thwarted, it's not always easy. And I'll tell you why. There are numerous voices that are whispering into our heads. Satan comes along and says, you can't go talk to God right now. Not with all those sins on your plate. And then you think, oh yeah, I better get it together before I talk to God. You can't get it together without His help. So what happens? You end up having a distant relationship from the Lord. Then there's the voices of our parents or our spouses or our employers or fellow employees. You know the ones, those people who criticize us, who spew negativity, who taunt our efforts, belittle our dreams, or even they'll just come up and speak factually about the odds that this is going to work. They're really not too good. Even Christians, well-meaning, will use Bible verses to keep us from going after life's dreams. And if we're not careful, we'll let other people dictate our destiny in the world. I already mentioned the people who get overcome by a situation and they have an attitude against God. How come He didn't help me? He should have helped me. Well, friends, let's be real. Jesus said, in this world you will have tribulations. But I've overcome the world. Yeah, things are going to go wrong in our lives. We're going to have some difficult moments. But we stay connected to God and see how He brings us through those times. You know, I was talking to Chaplain Scott yesterday, and he was saying that, suffering, this is a powerful tool that God uses in our lives to mold and shape us. When it's the good times, well, I don't know if we really have such a wonderful growth in the Lord. It's when things get hard and difficult and challenging that we start to get focused. And I want to say this to all of you. God knows you're going to let Him down. He knows you're going to sin. He knows you're going to blow it. Okay? That's why Jesus came. Because He knew that we were sinful people unable to obtain His commandments. And here's what I want you to hear this morning. When plan A has failed, you've got to go to plan B. If you want to go forward in life, you can't stop when something bad happens and let that be the definition of the rest of your life. Think about it. Life's a series of adjustments. Even from the beginning of creation, it's so. Remember, God makes this amazing paradise. He says He made us in His image. One rule, don't eat from the pomegranate tree. We've got to get apples off the hook on this one, okay? And what did we do? We brought sin and the knowledge of evil into our world. Forever ruined? Plan A? No. It's time for plan B. And what do I mean by plan B? Plan B is making lemonade when life is giving you lemons, okay? It's seeing the half-empty glass as half full, with possibilities still there. In other words, plan B seeks to redeem and mend what has been broken and lost. I find it interesting that as soon as sin came into the world, Genesis 3:15 talks about how God had Jesus planned. He was going to crush his head, Satan. Okay? He had him planned from the beginning. You know what? I was hoping that you and I would live without sin together. You brought sin in. I'm sending Jesus. Plan B. Jesus was plan B. You remember Galatians 6:1? If another Christian is overcome by sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. How are you handling the plan B of other people? Their missteps, their failures, their mistakes, those who've mismanaged their lives. Do you sneer in your heart? Do you talk about them when you see them to the people around you? Oh yeah, that's so-and-so. You know what that happened? Let me tell you their story. Or do you actually help them get back on the right path? That's what Christianity's about. That's what the community of our Lord is supposed to be about. We receive forgiveness, we extend forgiveness. Forgiveness. Jesus Christ is His plan B for us. And wherever it happens contrary, plan B, Jesus Christ. We interlock fingers with Him and we go through life together.